In today's world, it is hard not to worry about something, if not everything. And since it's not easy to stop worrying, this morning we're going to show you how you might be able to deal and manage with some of your stress. We're going to do that with the help of Dr. Sung Lee, who, by the way, has some very interesting perspectives about how we can manage our brains and the stress that our bodies start to feel. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
So many of us are facing a lot of stress, and the first thing that comes to mind right now simply is the economy and everything we're seeing, you know, up and down, and, you know, where is the economy going? And that does affect the way we think and the way our bodies behave.
Certainly that's true, and I think the key point here is that we can't avoid stress. We all have that, and the notion that we should just try to get rid of it is not really realistic. So the key point is, how can we better manage our lives, our experiences, our behaviors, so we can really handle that stress well?
And how should we do that? Because there's a lot of different philosophies and recipes and recommendations out there, but what is your best advice?
Right. So there are many ways to approach that question, and as you may know, I'm trained in medicine, and despite that, I actually think that there are many things that we can do without a medical approach for managing our stress. And let me just start with this simple description of our breathing.
Okay.
So you've probably heard, well, you know, take a deep breath when you're feeling very anxious, right? Well, I'd like to just kind of flip that a little bit and say, focus on your exhalation.
Okay.
So when you take a deep breath and then exhale, there's a part of your autonomic nervous system which is being activated. It's called the parasympathetic nervous system, and it's kind of this rest and digest response. So when you're exhaling a long, deep, slow breath, you're actually helping to manage your stress response.
That's an interesting point, because I find that you'll hear people, and maybe people at home have done this, you get a little stressed, or you get a little overwhelmed, and you go, is that,
Perfect.
You're kind of like you're not even realizing that you're managing the stress because your body needs to, you have to?
That's exactly right. So your body knows, and you're actually doing this
Sometimes you do it more often than others, right?
Right, exactly. Yeah, so listen to that body's wisdom. Take that deep exhalation, let it out, and you can actually be activating again this rest and digest parasympathetic nervous system response.
Okay, so we should probably be trying to do that before where our body just kind of involuntarily does it, because by then we've actually reached a stress point where we're not managing, we're just reacting.
That's right. If you can do it in a conscious way, that's all the better. That's why we call this a kind of a brain education, right? We're using the brain consciously to actually manage and deal with all of our life experiences, including our stress.
You have some background in what you call brain wave vibration?
Yes, we call it brain wave vibration. Right, so this is actually a technique invented by Mr. Ilchi Lee, who's been really a pioneering leader in this new field of brain education. And brainwave vibration is a very simple way to just kind of change your brain, right? So you've always...
Are you thinking positive thinking, that kind of thing, or is it much deeper than that?
Absolutely a big part of it. It's as simple as that and also deeper than that. So it can have many different forms, brainwave vibration. To tell you a little more about it, it's probably helpful just to mention that our brains do work through brainwave, different kinds of brainwave functions. So we know there are different kinds of frequencies and amplitudes that are associated with different kinds of experiences, ranging from deep sleep to calm to heightened concentration. And so what I would offer to you is, if we can learn how to shift and manage those brain waves, then we can actually improve our lives. We can learn how to manage our brains. Well, there are many different ways to do it, and actually for a long time we've used biofeedback technology, for example, to train people how to very consciously use their brain waves. But nowadays we're learning that maybe you can try very simple things, and what Mr. Lee has offered is that you can do a very simple shaking of the head.
Show me.
He believes, okay, I'll show you, he believes that by doing this you can actually reset your brain waves.
Okay.
So it's as simple as just standing up straight, just relax your shoulders and close your eyes and take that nice deep breath in and exhale, then just gently nod your head.
Okay.
And let it go.
See if you kind of have to do it without smiling, so you can like relax.
It all depends
on
your intention. You can do it without smiling. You can do it with a smile. In fact, I think it's better with a smile. And let it go very loose and spontaneous, so it's just very natural and easy.
Is it slow?
Slow is good from the start. You may find that you want to speed up spontaneously, but just let it be very, very natural.
I'm just sort of dizzy.
That's very common in the beginning, actually.
Okay.
That's very common.
I'm literally a little...
Right. That's totally fine. So in the beginning, if you're a little bit dizzy, take it slow. Just do it for a couple of seconds. After you get a little bit of practice doing it, do it a couple of times over the course of a day, you'll find that dizzy sensation gradually goes away.
And then it's replaced with a relaxed sensation?
Exactly. Just a sense of relaxation. And you're kind of getting out of that chattery mind state. So you're able to, again, calm those brain waves to probably a slower frequency.
I think I would enjoy getting out of a chattery mind state, and I'm sure those that work around me would like it as well.
Right. We can all use that.
Thank you very much.
You're very welcome.
Very much. We're going to provide more information if you're interested in checking out one of Dr. Lee's, it's called Dahn Yoga classes. That's what he's describing and what he's been teaching us today. So head to our website. You're going to need to take a little road trip to Sedona. But how wonderful would that be? That's the perfect place to relax. You see the address right there on your screen, and we put the rest of all of the contact information on SonoranLiving.com.